A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making their way to the locker room earlier on, looking for success on their home court. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you very much. Now, the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament.
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe, DA, less is more. And thanks for the report. And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. And the starting group for the Spurs. Isaac out there with Warren. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Carson in at the point guard position. Now, here's George. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. And the shot no good, a bit short. San Antonio with the ball. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, a couple Hall of Fame.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Marcus Smart, GA, the very definition of a guy you love on your team but hate to play against.
And teams that go deep need that sort of presence. Smart is more than just an agitator, though. Great player who anyone would want to play alongside.
The Spurs making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Tatum. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Tatum. And good that time. Tatum's got his second basket of the game.
Tatum knows how to score in the paint, folks. He can make any adjustment needed to find the shot that works for him.
Now here's Smart. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. George, no good. Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Daniels.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Well, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long. Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
George passes to Gobert. Bogdanovich wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the quick release of Bogdanovich. He gets rid of that ball in a hurry.
Outside Tatum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the final.
John Wall's checked in for Daniels.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Wall passes to George. And it's sent back by Isaac.
You know, he's gifted with incredible length. Isaac is almost a footer. 7 feet, that is, so he should pile up the block shots.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's George following the basket by Fred VanVleet. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Tatum on the wing. Poeltl trying to get open. Second shot opportunity. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Poeltl has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Now here's Wall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to George. Smart with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs. Some changes for Philadelphia. Yurtseven's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Brissett comes in for Bogdanovic. And Conchar subbed in for Smart. Here's Carson. The pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Carson. Nice move. And that's 2 points on the layup. And this is an interesting time of the season, isn't it, Clark, for a lot of these coaches? Having to balance minutes and keep players healthy for the long haul.
Yeah, it is a bit of a balancing act, Kevin. A lot of players don't like to take a seat when they're healthy and able to play. All of these guys, when you get to this level, everybody is a high-level competitor. And sometimes, even if it's for their own good, it's hard to tell them they got to take a night off. Again, I think you go back to reducing practice time and giving players a chance to play in every game that they're able to play in.
And here's George. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's good for 2.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
Now, here's Dedmon. Right down low. He's defended by Yurtseven. Finney-Smith passes to Dedmon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, Wall. Pass to George. Here's Conchar. Out to the right wing. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And the Spurs with some changes. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hayward comes in for Wright, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Carson.
And certain teams take on the attitude of their city, and over the years, Philadelphia has been one of them. The Sixers known for having tough teams, much like the town.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Now George. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. And that does it for the first quarter. It's San Antonio up 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Markkanen is out there with Poeltl. Then it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Hayward, and it's Fournier in at the 2. Here's Daniels. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Gobert with a screen on VanVleet. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And all of that size rolling there after that screen. Gobert moves now with such confidence when in the pick and roll.
Count it. Good. VanVleet's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Fournier finds Markkanen. Out to Hayward. Markkanen in the corner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but given credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Isaac comes in for Poeltl, and it's Tatum in for Fournier. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Gobert, the screen. Daniels with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Here's Bogdanovich. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
A nice strong finish from Bogdanovich, showing no fear at all.
The 3 from Tatum. Rebound by the 76ers. Smart deciding where to go with it. On the wing, Daniels. Over Tatum. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Hayward outside. Back to Tatum. That shot no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Now here's Smart. That one drops for his second bucket. Markkanen 2 for 4.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Markkanen against Gobert. Here's Tatum, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 8.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Timeout called the 76ers. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Throws it up high.
You know, John Wall is not just a dynamic scorer. He is outstanding at sharing the ball with his open teammates.
Here's Wright, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the two defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those two boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the two defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea...
Well, it takes elevation to finish like Wall here, and that's not a dunk that just anybody can pull off. You got to have some special ability to do that.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
1:33 left in the second quarter. Pass to Brissett, and the shot goes in. Brissett's got his second bucket tonight.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Isaac down low, defended by George. Isaac misses. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Out to the wing. Here's Conchard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Carson. The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. No good on the free throw. And some changes here for the Spurs. Noel's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Isaac, and Fournier subbed in for Wright. 44 seconds left in the first half. Outside, Wall. Top of the key, Yurtseven. That one wide left.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
They get the rebound. Another shot, and it's laid in by Fournier. Fournier's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, you know, guys, Fournier is a hard matchup and assignment defensively because he's always in motion and does a good job scrapping for rebounds, too.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
1 second left. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Outstanding defense from Finney-Smith. That's what he does. He's a versatile player.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back.
Well, I love what he's doing offensively. He's hungry. He's attacking.
And let's focus now on the two opponents. And that is our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Paul George, Bogdanovich out there with Gobert. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Gobert with a screen on Warren. Bogdanovich, and finished off by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
Tatum down low. He's covered by Daniels. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Mr. Gobert. Daniels from outside. And Poeltl pulls it down. San Antonio leading by 4.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
And Greg Poeltl has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
A different look now for San Antonio. Gordon Hayward comes in for Warren. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Carson.
You know, for such a young player, I'm really impressed by Isaac's workman-like approach to the game. I mean, he's always looking for ways to improve and plays with the even-keeledness of a veteran.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Lock at 6. Gobert with a screen for Smart. They get it again. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Here's Tatum. The shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. And it's Smart with the ball for Philadelphia. 4-point game. Now, here is George. Back to Smart. He takes it in. He kicks to Daniels. For 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
Isaac misses. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. George passes to Gobert. In the corner, Smart with it. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
And the 76ers with some changes. Yurtseven's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Konchar comes in for George. And it's John Wall in for Marcus Smart. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Spurs. Fournier comes in for Jonathan Isaac. So the wing on the left. Here's Konchar. No points in the game yet for him. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, such a field shot there. The floater.
Spurs have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Hayward dishes to Markkanen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really good to see Markkanen be aggressive inside. He's excellent at drawing the attention of the defense and then forcing them to foul him.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And Philadelphia making a change here. Brissett's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tatum. To the inside. Here's Daniels. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Evan Fournier.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And he's good on the second. Here's VanVleet. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. '76ers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Ball against VanVleet for the tie. 2 points. That one goes. Yurtseven's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game.
Outside, Wall. In the corner, Daniels. There's a good screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Evan Fournier. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for San Antonio.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Impressive, and they've done a good job, too, of getting to the foul line. Really been in attack mode offensively.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Spurs. From 6 away. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Pushing his way past the defense there. Finney-Smith knows how to maintain his composure while under pressure.
You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive play.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And Wall kicks to Yurtseven. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Markkanen trying to break loose. Van Vliet can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
The numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Warren's checked in for Markkanen.
Well, there's no denying it. When Wall is healthy, he is still a major threat in this league. I mean, he's lightning quick as a point guard, and he has tremendous defensive instincts.
Poke loose. Here's the pass to Concho. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. That's tipped. Wall against Van Vliet. Wall looking it over. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on.
Come on, let's go.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. On the court right now for the Spurs. Fournier out there with Tatum. And it's Hayward. Then there's Warren. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. Shot clock at 6. Smart passes to Wall. Shoots over Fournier. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Runner in the lane. Tatum no good. Philadelphia shooting straight 49% from the field. Smart with the ball. Wall a screen on Tatum. The kick out to Wall. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 4th assist in this one.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. Daniels, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for San Antonio. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. George passes to Smart. Shins over Fournier. Gobert. Oh, and he jams it right over Lauri Markkanen. Wow.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Pert. Nerlens Noel comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's DeLon Wright in for Fournier. Here the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs head coach go over the game plan during the timeout. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that. But it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, Noel is just a long guy who creates a lot of problems for defenders. And he's very good at drawing fouls.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Philadelphia?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Feeds to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Noel.
Terrific timing by Noel, utilizing his vertical and hands extremely well in terms of how he blocks shots.
The offensive rebound. Dedmon kicks to Tatum. Nice hit again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And that one falls for Tatum.
Well, Tatum is everything you want in a star. I mean, he's a talented player, surely. But more importantly, I think, is he's humble and hungry, and he's deeply invested in the team's success.
The 76ers leading by 6. And here's Daniels on the wing, George. A three-pointer off the mark. Right side. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Stolen by Smart. George up top. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Noel. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Wright. Warren's checked in for San Antonio.
Spurs substitution. Warren.
Here's Smart. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Passes it to Gobert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Spurs trail by 9. And VanVleet, here we go. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Smart. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 12-3 run. George passes to Smart. Outside Bogdanovich. Down low. Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Boy, good stick-to-itiveness there from George. Sticks with the shot despite the foul that he gets while in the air.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initial, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity. I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 11. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for San Antonio. Lowry Markkanen comes in for Jason Tatum. Van Vliet finds Isaac. 1:32 left to play in the final quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I think you got to keep Isaac from getting in the paint. Once he's established position there, the defense is toasted up.
Pass to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Well, that could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And at 6'11", Isaac's able to take a hit and still get the deuce.
Isaac against George. Pass to Bogdanovich. Inside. Here's Smart. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Smart's got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for San Antonio. It's stolen by Gobert.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Philadelphia.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And I love what they accomplished here tonight. Made the plays they had to, and that's why they'll go up 1-0 in their season series against the Spurs.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Rudy Gobert.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Markkanen kicks to Van Vliet, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Sixers ball. Substitution for your 76ers. Omer Yurtseven.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll